What if we all move to Iceland?
No.
Why?
Why not?
It's
give me a
fucking
reason. No.
cold.
No, that's Greenland.
No,
Iceland
my good
is
sir,
the green one.
they're both cold. They're both up there.
It's not that bad.
Justin,
Yes, but
of
minimum
course,
wage-
the man who lives like
Listen.
right next to like this coldest place in the continental United States would say that.
Listen, the cost of
It's
living
been pretty balmy recently.
cost of living there is actually slightly lower than where we are,
Because it's so fucking cold.
and minimum wage is 75,000 American.
Because it's so cold, no one wants to be there.
Minimum wage, Tim.
I hear you. I'm not saying it's worth it. Or I'm saying it's not worth it.
Stay here and be alone then.
I don't know. I'm sure Justin can attest to it, but it's been warm. It feels like spring,
By warm, what are we talking about?
Global warming.
like 40s. So it was like frozen solid earth. And then it rose to like the 30s, and it was like, whoa,
Yesterday,
I can wear short sleeves.
I didn't wear a coat to work yesterday.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
depressing.
It's very weird how the body acclimates.
I'm sure.
So you could get used to it, potentially.
You know, Harley, you say that.
This is the Always More podcast.
Hello, it is March 5th, and welcome to the Always More podcast, where we believe there's always more room at the table for honest questions, meaningful conversations, and deeper understanding. Today on the pod, we are talking about soda, existentialism. I said it wrong. Existentialism, bad surgeon.
Said it wrong twice. Do you want to try that again? Or
Yes,
are
I
we just gonna
do.
keep rolling?
No, we got to keep this. We got to keep this.
Bad surgeons, biology, drunk pets, and so much more.
All
But
right, hold on.
first,
No, but first, go back to that word. Let's get it right.
I can't say the word.
Slow down.
Existentialism.
There you go.
There it is.
There
I
we
can say it. I
go.
just can't say it fast.
Existentialism on prom night.
I am your host, the Virgo Planning and University Extraordinaire,
It's-
well, maybe extraordinaire, Tim. And sitting next to me is my best friend in the whole entire world and zombie apocalypse survival expert, Chris.
What up?
Also joining
Wait,
us,
hold on. Is he sitting next to you, or is he sitting across from you?
he is sitting across. I guess I should change that verbiage.
Yeah. Be honest.
Okay, you're correct. Sorry,
Honest
Justin.
conversations, Tim.
This is why the podcast takes 3 hours.
We are not going to lie to our listeners anymore.
no more. We've got
Never again.
higher standards this year.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Yes.
Always lie to our listeners.
Except for Shane.
Guys, we were lying about lying to our listeners.
Also joining us is our yeehaw girl in a Kansas world, Harley.
Howdy.
We got the guy who puts the sin in Wisconsin and long haul trucker, Justin.
Am I?
Whoa, you broke a record there. 2 seconds?
But he
Yeah.
didn't really reply.
I'm just asking. Are we lying to our listeners or not?
We're going for 4 hours today.
And
Janelle does not believe in us anymore.
and the
Janelle
woman you
only
alternative.
believed in us because she didn't see the behind the scenes all the time. It's the
Oh,
only
I know.
reason she
She-
believed in us. Now that she's
Now
part
she
of it,
lives
she's
it.
like, oh, this is the bad place.
And also joining us, the woman you alternative was based upon, Janelle.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. It's March. We are a quarter through the year. How are we feeling?
We're marching on.
A quarter?
I mean,
I
I guess
think
once
the
March
end
is
of
over,
March would be a
yeah, I
quarter.
guess so. But it does match how in my brain the calendar looks. Like in my brain, it's a big circle, and so I have January, February, March, and then April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I guess you can't really see that if you're listening to this, but it's like a big
So
circle.
it looks like a clock for you?
Yeah, except January is on the left side, and so I've winter on the left, spring in the north, summer on the east or right side, and then fall on the bottom.
It's freaky.
That
It's
doesn't
like the
make
wheel
sense
of
at
the
all.
year. Well,
Wheel of the year. Yeah,
so
that's a good way of putting
I
it.
celebrate the Sabbat, so that makes sense to me.
No, it doesn't make sense. Why is winter not on the bottom?
because it goes with January and
It rolls.
yeah, it's on the left side.
It's a wheel.
Yeah, but winter sucks.
Oh my god.
Why does that have anything to do with the direction?
Put it on the bottom. It sucks.
Why does the bottom have to suck?
I've already cussed out both of y'all today. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Oh man. Everyone doing okay? Doing all right? We're alive?
Bad question, Tim. Bad
You
question.
know better.
Well, Tim, we are let's see, 1 month and 1 week deep out of minimum 48 weeks of this current administration. And let me tell you, the next 47 months,
It's gonna be rocky.
it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something. I was listening to a podcast with Rainn Wilson called Soul Boom, and they were interviewing Rhett and Link, and he was asking them what they kind of consider themselves.
I bet you love that episode.
Yeah,
Rainn Wilson, Rhett, and Link. Like, that's just,
it's pretty great.
that's top tier for you, huh?
It sure is.
All they're missing is Adam Scott.
I tell you what, man, that would just blow my mind.
And then Christopher Nolan in the background directing. That would be it for Tim. He'd die happy that day.
Anyways, he was asking them how they identify themselves, and Rhett responded with a what do you say, a happy agnostic or a positive agnostic, and that's kind of how I feel these days. Like, I feel bleak about everything, but I'm also kind of like positive at the same time. So
Once you're at rock bottom, it can't get any worse.
yeah,
Only up from here, buddy. It's all rise all the time.
That's not true, Chris. You know, you can just dig right through.
Then you're not at rock bottom, my friend. If you can drop further, you're not at rock bottom.
Hey, man, you just break the rock and go underground. But, you know, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, that sounds like a good time to move on to our first segment. It's a good old-fashioned Wreck and Rev. This is part of the show where we'd like to recommend and review some items. Chris, you're up first.
So, my Wreck and Rev, it's probably a little bit late. I actually don't know when movies come out anymore.
We know.
If we're being honest, like, I have no idea when movies are out. I don't know if this is still in theaters or if it's been on DVD for like the past 28 years. Who knows? But it is the best movie in this entire trilogy.
Are you serious right now?
I'm 100% serious. This trilogy started good, got better, and then the third one was chef's kiss to what this series is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Sonic 3,
It's just-
starring my man Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog.
that was pretty dope.
Right? Star-studded cast.
Did you know said who?
Anyways, star-studded cast, right? And the action, spot on. Eggman came back in the best way because everybody thought he died in the second movie, right? And that's what they all said. Oh, Eggman's not coming back. He's dead. Boom! He's back. Obviously, he's back. It's not a spoiler. It's Sonic. You can't have Sonic without Eggman. He's the villain.
What conversations are you having with people about this?
I'm talking to everybody about it all the time. This movie was top tier, man. And like, it had the villain becoming the anti-hero, becoming the friend of the hero, and kind of helping to save the world. It was such a great, great movie.
Mm.
If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Soundtrack was dope. They went to London. That was cool. They had some flashbacks to old characters that aren't actually in the movie anymore, but they were referenced. It's pretty dope. I liked it. It was
Hey.
a good time.
Hey, look, I'm actually proud of you for this one. Like, this one was a good movie. I enjoyed it too.
It had 99 red balloons in it. The song.
Oh,
not
oh.
actually a
I was
count
like,
of
what is
99
he
red
talking
balloons.
about?
What are we talking about?
The song 99 red balloons
Okay.
by
I'm
Goldfinger.
unfamiliar.
My favorite
Same.
version of that song.
I only know it from Just Dance.
Then you know the Nina version, which is also really good. That's the original. But
Is that the German version?
Yep.
Slay. Slay.
Learning all kind of
And
new
then-
things here.
Goldfinger, who did Superman in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, they also
Gold
did
member.
Goldfinger.
Finger.
I was just making a joke.
But
Oh.
also, yeah, Gold member.
My bad.
The
Sorry.
Austin
Never
Powers one.
again.
Yeah, don't disrespect Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I still play that game to this day.
Those
Actually, Ellie loves playing that game with me
Those games are legendary.
Yeah, I've got the remake.
Yeah.
It's great.
on the PlayStation. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Cool.
So my second Wreck and Rev is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
All right, Justin, you're up next, man.
All right, so in the 2 weeks since we last recorded, I have watched practically nothing. So my Wreck and Rev for this week is the Demon Slayer manga,
Uh-oh.
mostly because I got tired of waiting for the story to end. And
Same.
I was like, I've been on this train for too many years.
The
so
Mugen train, one could say.
I'm just gonna read it. And pacing, great. Haven't got to the end yet. I'm further than the show has gotten, though. Will I be disappointed at the end? Don't know yet. But it's good. The art is good. Not as good as the show. Because, if you've seen it, you know.
Right.
It's beautiful. But yeah, it's been a fun read. Fun, enjoyable read. It's been an easy read. I'm 153 chapters deep, I think. So.
Wow.
So you're past the show. How have you avoided spoilers?
The only internet I consume these days is news and Reddit. So
I feel
like,
that.
the spoilers
It
are
helps-
all over
it
Reddit.
helps-
I feel
but
that really
it helps
deeply.
me narrow my focus. So I just stay off of any subreddits that would give me spoilers for things I watch.
Okay, valid point. Fair enough. I know everything that's going to happen, and I can't wait to see it animated.
You freaking blow my mind.
Yeah, you and your love of spoilers. It's
And I would
horrendous.
like to point out on the record, something magical happened last night. Ellie was watching something, The Borrowers, if I'm not mistaken, and she was asking her papa, what's going to happen? Are they going to get cheesed? And he...
Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it.
And Chris, what did you answer?
I said, watch the movie. Now ask me why that was my answer.
Why?
Because I didn't know.
Yes, you've seen it before.
Yeah, in the 90s, when I was Ellie's age.
I make all the kids watch 90s movies. And every time
It's a good philosophy, actually.
there's a little boy with brown hair, I say, hey, that's your dad. My niece and nephew.
It's funny, because he looks like every little brown-haired boy
He does.
in the 90s.
I'm like, that's your dad. And they argue with me. I'm like, well, one of us was there.
He still looks like that.
Just because you're there, I'm gonna call out my nephews for a moment here. I will tell them, they'll argue with me and my sister about things because they saw a TikTok or YouTube video. I'm like, I lived it. No, we don't know
Need to
what we're talking about.
quote Narnia to him. Don't recite the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
But no, actually, I do that to them all the time. They try to tell me about rap beef from the 90s. I'm like,
Ooh.
Did you hear this guy, Tupac? All right, listen here, you little...
Oh, man. All right, it is time for our Lord and Savior, Harley. Your turn.
Bad.
Listen, the thing we want from a Lord and Savior is to not want to be our Lord and
Exactly. It's perfect. The more you reject it, the more we want it.
Savior. That's why Janelle's sitting here.
No. Jinkies. Okay.
That's bad
so-
messaging.
Worked out for me.
Stop.
Bad. I'll be like the Christian God. Fire. Anyways,
Ooh.
so my Wreck and Rev is a movie called Flow, and it is on Max. Hunter actually recommended it to me because he was like going through movies to entertain himself, and he was like, I think you would like this. Now, I don't know if you guys can relate, but animal movies give me anxiety because I don't know what's going to happen to this animal. It freaks me out real bad.
Did someone
Same.
have some trauma from movies in the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah.
My brother in
And
Christ,
s-
have you seen Homeward Bound?
I know. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I'm referencing.
Yes. And so I was like, ugh, pain. This whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, okay, there's no way these animals will die. There's just no way. But anyways, movie is basically about this, like, these animals in this post-human kind of world. I don't know where in the world. And basically there's a huge flood that just literally comes out of nowhere. And so the main character is this black cat, and it's just trying to survive. And so then along the way of trying to get to, there's no words, obviously, they don't speak. So you really don't know what the goal is, but there's like this huge stone thing, and they're just trying to get to the highest point, basically, to get away from the flooding like land. And I think that's, you kind of insinuate that while watching. But basically the kitty cat makes friends along the way with a variety of animals, and there's a capybara, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. Because they are literally the friendliest animal on the planet. Like,
Right.
they don't have any enemies because of just how chill they are with literally every animal they interact with. And so I was like, I'm so glad this is the first animal this cat meets, because, like, on this, like, adventure, because this cat is, like, freaking out, and it meets a capybara. The capybara is like, what's up, bro? I got a boat.
It's all chill,
Hop
dog.
on. We'll go chill. And then it literally, like, cat gets on the boat, capybara's like, and then falls asleep. And it's so cute. The relationship dynamics, basically, it's kind of like how friendship like transcends race almost, or like existence. And I was like, this is pretty cute. So that was an interesting movie. I think it's a Grammy nominated animated film.
Yeah, it's on my list to watch. I haven't got to it. Oscar.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
I always get them confused.
I was just
them,
verifying.
actually.
I wasn't like challenging you. I was verifying because you said there's no words, so maybe it was like because of the soundtrack.
Oh, like the soundtrack?
Yeah.
There is a soundtrack, so because obviously they build up music when things are more tense or when things are chill. And I was like, wow, the power of sound.
Here's the thing.
Indeed.
I don't think I'm going to watch it because there's no words. That's going to make me so anxious.
Yeah, it definitely did. Because they're not like, but it's also, what's it called when it there's like human characteristics for an animal?
Personification.
No, I know. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, actually. I know what you're talking about. I'll have to look it up.
I think that's for inanimate objects.
I think it's anything that's not a person.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
But basically, it was
anthropomorphism.
I think that's just human physical characteristics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then maybe personification. I don't know. Anyways, you can definitely see how, like, they've, like, humanized themselves. It was kind of freaky. And how they kind of, like, communicate without words. They just, like, know, like, inherently what this other animal is trying to communicate or say or do for them. And I'm like, that's not real. That was the one thing that I was like, there's no way. But
cool.
I think the movie was really good. I didn't feel like there was the animation was really good.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. It looks really clean.
I was not a huge fan of the conclusion because it didn't feel like there was a conclusion for me. Like there wasn't an end, you know? Which I guess obviously makes sense because the world doesn't end, but
yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay, that's it. But it's worth a watch. I don't think it's very long, but yeah. Animal story movie.
I'm excited to watch it.
I was screaming at my TV throughout the film. And I would be like, Kitty, no!
No, Kitty, that's my papa.
Oh, man. All right, cool. Cool. All right. I'm going to keep mine short. So I'm doing something a little out of the norm for me. I'm recommending a YouTube video / influencer, I guess. Have you guys heard of Forrest Valkai?
No.
He is a biologist and a science communicator who specializes in evolutionary biology, bioanthropology, and biomedical sciences. And he's like on TikTok and YouTube and a few other places. A few years ago, he came out with a video called Sex and Sensibility. It's basically like a 40-minute video of him basically describing how extremely complex and not simple gender and sex are. And basically, as a biologist and a guy who knows what the fuck he's talking about, talks about how the black and white, one way or the other understanding about sex is completely not only wrong, but completely just dumbfounded and just like missing so much information. And so he talks about a few things like diverse sex determination mechanisms. He explores how different species employ various systems for sex determination, such as environmental factors. And he also talks about sex dimorphism and behavior, basically how sexual dimorphism, which is the physical differences between sexes, and behaviors associated with sex can vary widely among species. And so he just released it again, but he basically made it almost an hour and a half long. So it's basically like a documentary in a way. And he listed, I think, 42 pages, like a Word document of sources and shit. And it's just beautiful because as a person who obviously I agree with his stance on things just to begin with, it's nice to have someone be able to, in layman's terms, explain to people who are on the more bigoted side of things. And it's great.
See, I appreciate that. I agree with him. But who is that for? Because the people that are on the bigoted side, like, in order to understand that, it takes two things. 10 seconds of free time and to not be a bigot. That's all it takes. Because if your argument is, it's what's in your pants, surgically you can change what's in your pants. If your argument is, it's your chromosomes, there are people with way more chromosomal anomalies than just XY and XX.
Sure, but like even those, like I can go back to my, and this is going to sound stupid, but like my 5-10 years ago, Tim rebuttaling those. Like I could imagine myself having not decent arguments, but in my brain, decent arguments against those things. And so what
they're not decent arguments, though.
Sure, but that's my point, though, is he's able to dive into depth as to why those arguments are not good arguments.
I understand that, and I'm sure it's amazing, but the people that you want to watch that aren't the ones that are going to watch that.
Maybe not,
and
but also
that's my only drawback from that.
Well, maybe not, but it also gives tools to the people who do respect the science and who's able to, express those things and thoughts, and also just gives more clarity to the wonder behind it all.
Yeah. I'm probably going to watch it.
As you should.
I guess I'll listen to it while I'm at work. I can't watch it, but I'll play it like a podcast.
There you go.
I was going to say it can also be used as a tool to educate those.
Yeah.
Like if you watch it yourself and you're like, you want some facts? I got some facts for your ass.
I'm going to play it for Ellie in the car to indoctrinate her.
There you go. I downloaded it actually and put it on the server just because I really wanted to make sure. Well, it made me mad because he deleted his old one and I got really freaked out for a minute. I was like, where the hell did it go? And then he announced that he was making a new one and revised and just added to it. I was like, okay, we're okay.
Well, the way science works, as time goes on, he's going to delete this one as well and add a new one.
Probably.
So just keep up to date.
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest.
Yep. So that's what I got. Janelle, you're last.
Okay, so very on brand for me lately. I actually have two. One is new and one is very not. But my first one is Western of the Week, Horizon, an American Saga. It's not very well rated on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't care. So let me read. It's a film series of 4 planned American epic westerns, directed, co-written, produced by, and starring Kevin Costner from a script he co-wrote with John Baird, based on an original story co-written by Costner, Baird, and Mark Kasdan. The plot centers on fictional characters, takes place in pre- and post-Civil War America. So it goes over the course of, I'm seeing conflicting information of 12 years and 15 years. Just characters and their experiences pioneering into the new territory from their homes. What I'm reading from the bad reviews is that it's just kind of slow. It just goes into the kind of humdrum of life. But I like that in films.
Same.
Like I like the movie. The first one is like 3 hours, but it goes through different characters' experiences and
If they did an extra extended edition of Lord of the Rings with 9 hours of more
I would
walking,
watch it.
Hell yeah.
I would watch it.
I would.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would also watch it.
I would keep it on just for the vibe, like I do now.
Just get the music
Yeah.
playing in the background as they're walking.
You're
no
right.
words. They're just silently walking.
It's literally how long it
Great
takes for them to
vibes.
get there.
Yeah.
So the first movie didn't make enough to cover production costs, so they're kind of disappointed. But I guess the second one premiered at the film festival on the 7th of February. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of it.
Very cool.
There are 3 more films after the first one.
Gotcha.
I said 4 films. Yeah. And then the second one is very much not new, but it's one of my favorite TV series of all time. It's called Christie.
I've watched both of these, and they're honestly pretty good.
I feel like I've recommended this before because I really love this series. I've started watching it as a kid. I'm not sure how my mom got a hold of it. I still can't get that out of her, but it was filmed in 1994. And so the overview is at 17, Christy Huddleston decides to leave her comfortable life in Asheville, North Carolina to teach at a mission schoolhouse in rural Appalachian community. The school is run by strong-willed Quaker Alice Henderson, whose speech in a church inspired Christy to take this enormous leap of faith. Once in Cutter Gap, Tennessee, she finds herself the object of attention from 2 very different men. Of course. The Reverend and a minister from Boston and Dr. McNeil, a Cutter Gap native struggling to bring 20th century medicine into this backwoods community. Christy also discovers a good friend in a mountain woman named Fairlight Spencer. He's a native? He's Scottish. I know, this is Wikipedia. I could be wrong. But all of the episodes are on YouTube, and none of them have ads on them. And I caught whatever Ellie had, and I just laid in bed and watched this for days. I think there are 19 episodes.
I don't know.
But I really like it because it shows the rich history of people like in Appalachia.
What I will tell you is that this series, Christy, feels like a DVD set you could find at a Cracker Barrel.
Okay, that you probably could.
Cracker Barrel.
You
Very
probably
specific.
could.
Yes, specifically a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, dang, I just lost his name. Reading Rainbow.
LeVar Burton.
Yes. Sorry for the disrespect. I love him. Yeah, he's in it, actually, in the last few episodes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think he's the first black guy in the show, and he's only in the last couple of episodes.
No, there's a community, and
He
that's
doesn't
the other
die,
thing
does
I
he?
like about it too is that it's actually really historically accurate.
Well, sure.
We could dive into that more, but I won't.
Cool. All right, guys.
Watch it.
We shall. Good recommend, everyone. All right, guys, we're moving along. We are bringing back a game/competition called Brackets.
God damn it.
I feel like you just like to complain about the games. This is not even a hard thing that you have to do. Why are you complaining?
He's
this-
a bad sport.
Is this the one where you have to rank things?
No! That's called ranks. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what's happening.
God damn it.
I never know what's going on.
All right.
Stressing Chris out, okay?
I'm just a baby.
I'm just going to not do anything anymore. Just, Jesus. All right, guys. We are going to, as a collective, the 5 of us are going to decide what is the best fast food restaurant.
I thought we did this one already.
Nope, we did the movies.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I have 24 fast food restaurants. I have ranked them in the order of popularity, and we shall decide at a vote
out of the 24.
Correct. So it's a rank, or not a ranking.
The Final Four
It's like
bracket.
a 1v1.
It's a bracket. So yeah, we're gonna have so and so
Okay.
versus
Yeah,
so
yeah,
and so.
yeah.
Then keeps going, and then those two winners will go on and so on and so forth.
Got it.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I like this much better than the ranking.
I know
thing.
you would. That's why I chose it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are we considering here?
That's a great question. Obviously taste to an extent. I would say enjoyability in general, like the vibes and everything else associated with it.
Are we taking in consideration what if they're open for breakfast as well as lunch and dinner?
I would say I would be considering their whole menu palette. Like,
Okay.
are we? Because if they have like the worst breakfast, but like if their dinner or their regular, menu is really great, then maybe that counteracts it. I don't know, but
So
like
your favorite and your experience with it is how you should vote.
correct.
Okay.
I wouldn't say based off of one menu item.
So like if you're talking like Taco Cabana and they've got really shitty like dinner tacos, but their breakfast tacos are like top tier and you only eat for breakfast, you can make that determination on your own.
Sure,
That's between you and God at this point.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you can be wrong.
So basically, there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. And we can do this really quick. So first one up: Jack in the Box versus Arby's.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Out the gate. God damn.
How is this a competition? I have my answer real quick right now.
They're both horrible.
Oh, but one of them has a superior item.
I'm going to say Jack in the Box is the better one. I'm
Same.
going to put Jack in the Box
I mean,
on
I
top.
agree. They got curly fries.
And they have.
Oh, wait,
That's
doesn't
curly
Arby's?
fries.
Arby's has curly fries, but they're
But Jack in the Box has tacos.
I say Arby's.
the tacos is what did it for you?
Yes.
No, sir. It's a breakfast sandwich.
I had Jack in the Box tacos when I lived in Texas, and they were something.
The tacos at Jack in the Box
It's
makes me
just
hate them
grease.
more.
I lived off those
Why?
for like the first
Okay.
year of my college
No,
experience.
I'm with
No.
Harley. Like it's literally just solidified grease in different shapes and colors.
I'm aware of that.
Which is
Their
fine.
lettuce is
Which is
greasy,
fine.
Tim.
But why do tacos with corn tortilla shells have wheat in them? I don't like Jack in the Box.
You got to remember, Janelle's
I don't.
gluten-free.
Well, not just that. No, why is there's so many? Okay, I have a
We-
different perspective, but I
Also,
We don't have to
Janelle
get
did
into
this
it.
for a living.
Okay,
for a
where are the
long
votes
time.
at? Where are the votes at? I say Jack in the Box.
Arby's.
Jack in the Box.
Okay, 2 Jack in the Boxes, 1 Arby's.
I would also say Jack in the Box.
All right, next one: Panera versus In-N-Out.
In and out.
Fast food?
Apparently, it's labeled as fast food. I looked around a lot of different places, and they all had them. So
In and out.
In and out.
same.
Here's the thing. Panera has one thing that puts them over the top for any competition. And if you take that out, they lose every competition. And it's their green papaya tea. And I can't even drink that anymore because my doctor specifically said, do not drink this beverage. It is killing you.
All right, we got to a good one next up. We have. Wait, did it not save? Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Our next one is KFC or Whataburger.
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 What a burger.
Okay, that one won.
What? I can't even believe that was an option.
That,
Wait,
that
I'm
shouldn't
sorry,
have been
did you
that wasn't
say-
fair to KFC.
All right, next up.
KFC had no chance. Did you
It
say
should have been a
water
chicken place
burger?
versus a
Yeah, I
chicken
agree.
I-
That doesn't make
yeah.
any sense.
It's based
KFC
off
versus
popularity, and then I
Popeyes.
put it into a
should've
bracket,
been
and it does it
KFC
by
and
ranking
Popeyes.
of that. Guys, okay. Next
KFC
up.
and Popeyes isn't a competition either. KFC's still gonna lose.
Yeah, but at least it would have been like a fair shot.
No, it's not fair. KFC's trash compared to Popeyes.
True.
I just like their mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes
Mm.
go hard.
Okay, next up. Panda Express versus Raising Cane's.
Panda Express.
Panda Express.
Panda all day.
I worked at Raising Cane's for like a month and a half.
Which is why I don't eat at Raising Cane's ever.
I don't eat at either of these places.
I can't
Same.
either.
I'm gonna say Panda off of principle.
All right,
Panda.
so there's Panda. Panda
I
wins.
like Panda because it's fast and you can get pretty like healthy options if that's
The
your
one in
jam.
Harker Heights is actually the slowest business on this.
I know. I know.
It's so because you'll be like, "Wow, I want Panda Express." There's only one location.
No,
Let me go.
the one in
And
Harker
it's
Heights.
always busy.
The one in Harker Heights isn't a Panda Express. It's just a Panda. There's no express.
No express.
They don't know the meaning of express.
All right.
It's fine if you go inside, but when it was like post-COVID, like immediately, you couldn't.
Makes
Like
sense.
all the food is right there and it's already cooked. Why is it taking so long?
Yeah.
It's like I spent 22 minutes in the drive-thru at Burger King yesterday,
Ooh.
and I was late
God.
for work actually because of it. I was very upset.
Punks. All right, next up, Dairy Queen versus Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Fast
Papa John's
food?
is bad.
Have you had Dairy Queen's food? Is the real question.
No.
It's
So that's
actually-
not
I say
in
Dairy
my
Queen.
thought.
It's
I'm-
actually pretty good.
Wait, how many Dairy Queens
They're-
do we have?
they're-
One,
they have
two,
ten-
three. Yeah, okay.
They have
But
tenders. with
these
the thing,
comparisons don't make any sense.
I'm not an ice cream guy. I don't like ice cream.
Hello.
Actually, their food is fresh. They make their
Have you
food
had-
fresh.
Have you had their burgers?
Yes.
I've had Dairy
You
Queen
should have put like
food. It
local
was
Texas
all right,
places.
but I like Papa John's pizza.
Pizza Hut or Jersey Mike's?
This
Jersey Mike's.
this doesn't make
Pizza
sense.
Hut.
Jersey Mike's.
I say Jersey Mike's too.
Yeah.
Y'all are wrong. Jersey Mike's is like asking for food poisoning.
Well, again, Janelle's gluten free, so it's literally the other way around.
Also, I really like their sandwiches.
Okay, next up, Popeyes versus Little Caesars.
This doesn't make
Popeyes.
any fucking sense.
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Everyone says Popeyes. Yeah.
Sure, Popeyes.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought.
I used to wait before you continue. At the bar that I worked at, there was a guy who he brought in Jersey Mike's because somebody was having their like one of the regulars was having their wedding reception there, and he brought in like a whole tray of Jersey Mike's. And he says, "I used to know Jersey Mike. Did you know his name wasn't Mike?" And literally, it used to kill me because he's the kind of guy who would just repeat the same thing because what else do you do when you reach a certain age?
Nice.
And be like, "Did you know I knew that? I knew Jersey Mike." And so that's what I associate with Jersey Mike's now.
Very cool. Sonic versus Culver's.
Culver's.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know what
Culver's
Culver's
is
I don't
so
either.
good. Culver's.
Culver's?
Culver's is
Really
so
good.
good.
It's got to be Culver's.
It's delicious, and they have a lot of
alright.
gluten-free options.
Culver's wins then.
So is
It's
that all right?
very good.
All right.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither. I've never been there.
I went there when I went to the CrossFit Games in Madison.
There's one in Round
Really
Rock.
delicious.
we just got one here in my town. And
So it's not a Cologne
baller.
thing.
I
Mm.
guess not. Yeah.
it's like a
No.
Midwest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're from
They're
Wisconsin.
up north.
All right. First
Wisconsin.
round is over. Second round, and we did skip some because they were ranked so high.
Real
so
quick, to put it in perspective, Culver's has a burger that they put fried cheese curds on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Solid. Yeah.
I mean, I can't eat it, but it
So
looks
Justin,
good.
when we come visit you,
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
take us to
I
Culver's.
mean,
It's really
you can,
good.
You can have Culver's if you want, but I can get you better cheese curds also than that. There's lots of
I trust
better
you.
But it's like fast food, Justin.
Yeah. Culver's is
chill.
fast food. We can do better.
Round 2.
Hoyt.
McDonald's versus Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box.
McDonald's.
Jack in the Box.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh.
McDonald's is problematic and
If we're
nasty.
if we're just talking
I'm
about
not
food and
considering their politics
experience,
because if
yeah.
we're going to talk about their politics, they all are
yeah,
horrible.
That's like 90%
They're all
of the
horrible.
restaurants.
I am
McDonald's-
mostly considering McDonald's politics, and I fucking hate them. And I
Yeah,
watched their
okay.
documentary, and
The-
they are founded off of terrible things.
I
Listen.
understand
Well, they're
all
not
of
founded
that.
off of terrible
Harley,
things, but the guy who took the business is a terrible
Harley,
person.
I understand and agree with you. However, may I present the McGriddle?
It is pretty baller.
Listen, that's what I'm considering. They have
That's a good point.
they have one of the best breakfast menus.
It is the
An
best
olive-
breakfast menu.
yeah. The McGriddle is the best thing that ever happened to fast food.
They probably will take it.
Technically, it's
It-
McGriddles.
no, there is no other comparison.
They're all McGriddles.
The
If you
closest
have one, it's still a McGriddles.
the closest thing that there are two things that follow the McGriddle that are pretty noteworthy, but still not up there, and that is the Taco Bell breakfast crunch wrap and the Wendy's breakfast baconator.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Do you remember?
There's
The
nothing
chicken
else.
nuggets are pink nastiness, though.
Yeah, don't
Yes.
get their chicken nuggets then.
Okay, we got to move on, guys. We gotta
And
move on.
everything else is just like pink mush.
Okay, we have to move on, guys. Next up, Chipotle versus In-N-Out.
I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my life. In-N-Out.
Wait, what'd you say no? Oh.
Fast food. I have to say In-N-Out, yeah.
In-N-Out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
love
it too.
Chipotle, but In-N-Out.
Freebirds is better.
It is also not express. Chipotle takes forever.
I will say that my In-N-Out experiences have been almost universally bad.
I'm sorry. Moving on. Wendy's versus Whataburger.
Wendy's.
Ooh, Wendy's.
I love Whataburger.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
Hear me out.
Wendy's
Hear me
versus
out.
Whataburger?
I
Whataburger.
love Whataburger,
Whataburger.
but Wendy's is my go-to.
So y'all two say Wendy's.
Yeah.
Justin says Whataburger. Harley?
Wendy's has fallen off in the last couple of years. It used to be good, and now you're just like, man.
But here's the
all over
thing:
these
at
chicken nuggets.
Whataburger, I can only get the patty melt. There's
That goes
nothing
far,
else.
though.
It goes so far. There's nothing else that I get there, though.
Have you
Wendy's
considered
has
getting-
like 4 or 5 different things that I really enjoy.
I don't get anything at Wendy's.
Plus,
Hey.
I can afford to eat at Wendy's when I've got like $5 in my pocket.
Not
$5 at
anymore.
Whataburger gets you nothing.
What'd you say, Justin?
I said not anymore.
I-
They got rid of their
I
4
like
for $4.
Wendy's.
It's now like $7.
Okay, so
They got the biggie
The
bag.
biggie bag is $5.
2 Wendy's,
It's not 5
1
anymore.
Whataburger.
It's like
Harley?
7.
I have to abstain. These are my 2 favorite fast food places.
I'm
You
telling
can't
you.
abstain. You have to pick one.
Yeah, mine was going to be Whataburger, so you kind of need you
You're
to
the
vote.
tiebreaker, Harley.
God bless America.
If you have dietary restrictions, it's impossible to eat at Whataburger, and they don't they just throw everything in a little box, and they're like, "Here you go." Nothing is melted, nothing is seasoned. Whereas when you go to Wendy's, everything is like grilled separately, and it's still delicious and seasoned.
I don't think Wendy's has ever done me wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so is
I
that
will
your
go
vote?
with Wendy's.
Whataburger has done me dirty so
no,
many times.
If you're talking about like restaurants that did you dirty, one time in high school, we always stopped for tennis tournaments at a Whataburger on the way to Pflugerville. I damn near shit my pants. Like right before my
Whataburger
my
has
tournament was
done
supposed to happen,
everybody dirty.
Whataburger did me wrong.
Chris, do you know what you need? You need a full episode of all your side stories. Like,
Maybe we
Whataburger
should
has
do
never
that.
done me wrong, and they could never do me wrong.
Like I'll just give you guys no. You come up with a list of different things, and I'll just say I have a side story for that,
Yeah.
or I don't.
yeah, exactly.
Are we saying
That
Wendy's?
Whataburger drive-through wait time has done me wrong.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
w-
evil.
We have to keep going, guys. We're running out of time. Burger
Mobile order.
King versus Panda Express.
Burger
Burger
King.
King.
Burger King.
Burger King.
Burger.
Even though they did me dirty last night.
Burger
yesterday.
King was the restaurant of my childhood.
Yeah, me too.
Next up, Chick-fil-A versus Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Yes.
If-
Chick-fil-A. Sorry. I'm sorry,
Fuck
gays.
Chick-fil-A.
Sorry.
If we're not talking about politics at all, Chick-fil-A.
I agree.
Have you had
Chick-fil-A.
their chicken sandwiches?
Yes. It's like if I'm eating Chick-fil-A, that's the only thing I get.
The hate is what makes it taste so good.
Jesus Christ.
I never spend my money there. It's always somebody
don't
else's
either.
Exactly,
if I'm
same.
eating it.
I
They don't taste good.
I'll take their free food.
That
all
spicy
day
deluxe
long.
is baller.
I
actually
agree.
I like the grilled nuggets.
I
Like,
realize
they used to have
Yes.
the tenders, the spicy tenders for a while. Oh,
I've been
I've never been
boycotting them for a
beautiful in my
while,
life.
but I realized I had rewards points at one time, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have enough for a sandwich." So I got the free sandwich.
I do like the waffle fries too. Listen,
yeah.
I don't spend money at Chick-fil-A, but I do get deliveries from there. And that free condiment section hates to see me coming because I take all of their Texas Pete. All of their Texas
I know
Pete.
when Janelle has gotten an order for Chick-fil-A because I'll come home and our like
There's honey in there.
the butter section of our fridge is just like stacked with condiments.
All right. Moving along, Domino's versus Jersey Mike's.
Ooh.
Domino's.
Domino's.
Hey, what the fuck?
I agree. Domino's. That was easy.
Sorry, just to know.
She was yelling at our dog, not at you guys.
I
She's
know.
growling at the cat. Go
we love you all.
somewhere.
Goldman.
That was
Sorry,
Everyone
said
said
Domino's.
Domino's.
Domino's, yeah.
Hey, what the
Domino's.
fuck?
Sorry. No. you're-
Domino's, if you ever think of sponsoring us, Janelle was yelling at our dog, not at you.
Also, I think they have the best gluten-free pizza. It's so good.
I knew that one was
It's
going to win.
It's so good.
Okay, next up, Taco Bell versus Popeyes.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yako smell.
That was easy.
and I know what
No,
it does
it
to
was
me,
not easy.
and I still vote.
What'd you say,
Taco Bell.
Justin?
Zarzar.
I said it was not easy. I abstained from voting.
All right. Next up, Subway versus Culver's.
Culver's.
Again, I
Subway's-
don't know what Culver's is.
Same. I'm gonna have to
You
go with
still
Subway
have to
just
vote
as
for it
default.
over
Culver's.
Subway.
Over Subway, Culver's.
Oh, okay.
I had a job where I worked at West Point for a week, and my boss was there, so we couldn't like extend our lunch breaks like we normally did. And
Ooh.
the only thing on base was Subway, so I had Subway Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday
Ugh.
for lunch, and it was not good.
So, okay, we got to move on. The only two winners from round one were In-N-Out and Culver's. So, the top ranking ones, most of them moved on. So, round three, here we go. McDonald's versus In-N-Out. And I swear to God,
McDonald's.
In-N-Out.
McDonald's.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. We're good.
I don't even eat In-N-Out like that. I've
I
eaten
didn't
that
answer.
But here's
twice
the
in
But
my
it's three.
life.
But here's the thing:
McDonald's.
the McGriddles.
So when you put it like that,
If it's just the McGriddles
Oh, wait a second,
versus
guys.
In-N-Out,
That's not how
Uh,
that works.
Looking
I know
at
it's
both
not,
menus,
but if
y'all,
it's just the
I s-
McGriddles versus the In-N-Out burgers, I say
I'm
McDonald's.
considering.
listen
But since
here.
it's
I'm
not,
considering the entire menu.
Since we have to consider the entire menu, In-N-Out, even though
Okay.
their menu is like 3 things.
I
it's
disagree.
Exactly.
There are 3 things.
I like it simple.
the In-N-Out
Me
menu
too.
is 100% good. The McDonald's menu is only 10% good.
I don't agree with that.
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Their breakfast menu is solid. It's pretty good.
I guess their
All of
breakfast
it.
menu is like
All of the
40%,
breakfast menu is good.
40% of what they offer. So yeah, 40% good. But
I think
still,
it's definitely less than that.
In-N-Out is 100%.
That's I don't like Thousand Island dressing though.
Yeah,
But I mean,
Thousand
you
Island
don't-
dressing
you
is
can-
disgusting.
I just order it without.
But that's a condiment. Yeah, that's not a menu item.
It is a menu item.
It's a secret menu item.
It
No,
needs to
it's
go in the
not.
trash,
All
is
right,
what it
next
does.
up. Wendy's versus Burger King.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Why is that a question?
BK.
I'm
Yeah, I was
sorry,
going to say
Burger King.
BK too, man. I got you.
You're both wrong.
BK.
Wow.
Have it your way.
I
You're
did
both
love
wrong.
those
Hey,
chicken fries in the 90s.
If you asked me 3 years ago, I would have said Wendy's. If you asked me 2 years ago, I probably would have said Wendy's.
You've been hurt.
But this last year, Wendy's has disappointed me on a
Time
level I did
and
not know was possible.
time again.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. All right, moving along. Chick-fil-A versus Domino's.
Domino's.
Are
Domino's.
are we taking the hatred out of it?
What'd you say, Justin?
Domino's.
Oh, well, Domino's wins regardless.
I think I would still say Domino's, yeah.
I was gonna say even they both have hatred. Really.
They both have hatred.
Hey, don't ruin Domino's for me. I can't handle
There are
any more
only like
disappointment
3
today.
restaurants we can go to, Harley. Just if you know about hatred, keep it
But
to
that's what I'm
yourself.
saying. Like if we're not,
Okay.
can't. So Domino's.
I'm excited for this one. Taco Bell versus Culver's.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yucko smell.
Mm,
Justin. You can put in your vote, but it's already been won, my sir.
You can put in your vote, but we did say you put the sin in Wisconsin. So it's going to be a sin.
Sinner.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Tim's trying to get me to put some sin in Wisconsin. I don't know. I don't know about it.
I preface because I told me like we should do some shenanigans while we're up there.
I don't know what that
Oh,
means,
yeah.
Tim.
Okay. Final 4, guys. This is it. The final 4. In-N-Out versus Wendy's.
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 Jesus Christ. Are we
Wendy's.
serious right now?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm never gonna vote for In-N-Out.
They got variety at that point.
In-N-Out's good.
But like good
Wendy's
variety.
is better. Have you ever
And
had a Big
breakfast.
Bacon Classic?
Yeah.
And they're the breakfast baconator. Something that pisses me off about Whataburger. No, ugh. Their breakfast burger, the patty is just beef. It's not sausage.
Wendy's puts sausage.
That
in their
doesn't make
breakfast patties.
sense. Anyways,
All right. Moving along here. Domino's versus Taco Bell.
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Justin, you saying no?
Contrarian.
The
Have you
Domino's.
been silent or have you been silenced?
All right.
Betrayed is what I've been.
Betrayed.
Well, like it or not, we're here at our final, guys. Wendy's versus Taco Bell.
Wendy's.
What's crazy is literally that's like the two fast food places I ever go to.
Literally.
And they are right next
Yeah.
to each other here in my town.
If I don't want to feel like I'm dying, I'll say Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Is that two Wendy's?
Wendy's.
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 Now I feel betrayed.
We'll get over it.
All right, guys. Well, we have our winner. Wendy's is our official Always More favorite fast food restaurant.
As we would have been able to tell you if you had just asked us.
They also have customizable soda stuff. So you can get a cherry Dr. Pepper there.
That Coke freestyle machine is dope as hell.
Baller. Baller.
And you can do it at the drive-thru too.
Also, the Wendy's in
Yes.
Honduras is really, really good.
Bro,
I'll try it.
I told my dad, like, the first time we visited,
Another B-side story. Here we
I
go.
told him that if they ever build a Wendy's on the island, I'm moving that day. And then when I
The
told him,
next year.
when I told him, like, hey, we're planning a trip next year for Honduras as well, he was like, you're never going to believe this. They put a Wendy's on the island.
All right, everyone. Good game. Good job. I'm disappointed in the results, but it is what it is. I guess that's what it's like to live in a democracy.
To quote Randy Redmond, you'll live.
All right, guys. Well, hey, when we come back, we have some fun history nuggets for y'all to dive into, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. I pointed at you because that's the reason why we go for 4 hours recording.
What?
We have to get going. No, we don't.
I didn't say that.
You did.
That was Justin.
Oh, was that Justin?
Yeah, it was.
You know what, though?
You know what?
It's
Screw
fine.
you guys. I'm going home.
That's great though that you're just like blaming
You just
Chris. I love
assumed
it.
that it was me. Blame the minority. If it wasn't one of us, it was the other one, right?
It's you know, I want to stop right there. Guys, welcome back to our main segment. Today, we are bringing in some, and by we, I mean me, bringing in some fun history, not trivia, just fun stories, things that I think we could all giggle at, and, you know, what?
If we're being honest, I will also probably bring some in.
Well, that's
Just because I know a lot of things.
okay.
I don't know a lot, but I
Should
know
I grab
a
my
little bit
history
about a
game
lot.
again?
Do it.
Next time.
Do it.
If we get through these quickly, absolutely. But
Do it.
I do have some fun stories for you guys. Okay, so this first little story is called the the Great Clog Fight of 1843. Are we all aware of what clogs are?
Shoes.
Oh, the shoe?
Yes.
Wooden shoes.
Oh.
Indeed.
Not necessarily wooden, but historically wooden. Yes.
Clog fighting in the northwest of England, that is, has inspired a new exhibition at Gallery Oldham, with the artists uncovering evidence that this working-class pastime was still on into the 1950s. I'd like for you guys to, for y'all here joining us, click the link that says which website is this? The Manchester Evening News, so that way you guys can follow along with the pictures as we read along. A rather brutal battle in which opponents would kick each other while wearing wooden clogs. The sport was popular until the end of the 19th century, but was thought to have died out by the early 1900s. Fights usually involved two men holding each other by the shoulders and attempting to kick each other in the shins. The skill, apparently, was not in kicking, but avoiding the kicks. That's where the real talent came in. And there's also evidence that some fights took place with the opponents stood on top of beer barrels.
I hate that.
So I'm going to skip the rest of this article to bring up a story that came up from a different article that I found. In May 1843, a newspaper in the north of England reported on a fight near Manchester between a man named Ashworth and a man named Clegg. It was a great struggle, the paper said, and though Ashworth eventually won, both of the men were gravely injured as a result. Still, the fight probably would have made it to the papers if the two combatants hadn't been, in quote, both in a state of nudity, with the exception of each other having on strong pairs of boots. Only then did the item become newsworthy. There was a Do I want to read that?
Hold on. You're telling me they were wearing nothing but boots?
That is correct, Harley.
Are we sure they
Oh.
were clog fighting? Or were they just caught doing something else and like, we're fighting?
And they were
It
clog
starts.
fighting.
And this is how clog fighting was invented.
They're the greatest clog fighters I've ever seen. Weirdly enough, though, they only fight each other. And they live together.
Yeah, so there's not much more to the story other than like they would like if you go back to the other article, they would talk about how this sport actually kind of became pretty extreme. They would also like have people like on barrels or on like small like wooden structures to stand on to balance and make things harder. And apparently this kind of continue on in like deep dark alleys like Fight Club kind of style in pubs in England.
I'm 1,000% convinced that you can make anything into a sport if you have the right hype man.
Yeah, basically is what happened here.
I was like scrolling through this article, and at the very bottom, it says, although it seems brutal, it was a way working class people could settle differences, get pride, and earn status. That is bonkers.
Yeah.
Fun fact: my brother was
Absolutely.
on a clogging team when we were in elementary
Oh.
school.
You talking about like the dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the clog fighting. He's too soft for that.
I mean, look,
Wasn't cool enough.
their shins. That just is so
Uh,
like a razor scooter alone will
Mm-mm.
take you out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
But
guys,
somebody kicking you with a wooden shoe?
for y'all listening, y'all need to click the link that I
Steel-toed
provide
clogs.
and take a gander at these pictures.
Steel toe.
Someone like created these like picture renditions of what it would look like, and it's pretty gnarly.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there's actually a quote at the bottom of this article. There's even a chimpanzee on loan from Bolton Museum to illustrate an urban myth about a pub monkey who used to clog fight. Yeah, this
Sounds like a band.
I don't think I clicked the right link.
Pub monkey.
All right, guys. Well, that's the short, easy one.
Okay, there are 2 links. Okay. I did click the wrong link.
All right. I would like to talk about a surgeon, Robert Liston. This one I found and I thought of Chris.
I don't know how to feel about that, so I'm going to wait until you read the story.
Liston was. I just feel like you would laugh at this one. Liston was renowned for being one of the fastest surgeons alive. He was the fastest.
I don't like the emphasis you put there.
Is that what you want?
Which at the time was a very good thing. Anesthesia, as we know it, didn't exist, so patients were awake for the entire procedure, meaning the shorter it was,
yeah.
the better.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
I guess for the patient. And
Okay.
well, yeah, like you're in pain, then that adds more stress, and yeah, the faster you are, the better.
Okay, but like he was what does it say?
The fastest.
One of the fastest. It didn't say he was good.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
But you gotta imagine.
He's just
Chris
fast.
is the best at this thing, but that doesn't make him good at it.
But you gotta think about how, like, if a patient is having to go through surgery longer, that means they're struggling more, they're moving more, there's more
Sure.
there's more bleeding involved, and so generally faster was better.
If you're fast and good, sure,
Exactly.
I'll allow it.
You just knock them out.
They tried, but like I mean, a needle to or not needle, but like cutting you open, and
That'll wake you up.
that'll wake you
Better
up.
than smelling salts for sure.
So Liston was performing a leg amputation, but he worked so fast. So this is one time that he did this. He worked so fast that he accidentally cut off 2 fingers on his assistant's hand.
There it is. That's what reminded you of me.
But the patient and the assistant died later of gangrene, most likely due
Whose fingers did you cut off?
the assistant.
Nobody's, but he thinks that's something I would do if I were a surgeon.
No, not that at all. I just thought you just let me get to the end of this.
She's like, that sounds like Chris.
Both the patient and the assistant died later of gangrene, most likely due to the saw being unclean. But what about a third death? Well, doctors and other spectators would often watch these surgeries from the gallery, which was much more up close and personal than medical galleries today. During the procedure, Listen accidentally swiped near an elderly doctor with a blade, slicing the fabric of the doctor's suit coat. Thinking he had been cut open, the doctor went into shock and died of a subsequent heart attack. Thus, 3 people died during an operation that was meant to save 1 life, giving him the one and only status of having a 300% mortality rate.
Yeah, see? That's what I said. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like somehow it was going to be a dig at me. That was it.
It was not a dig at you. I thought you would laugh at it. I guess I'm wrong.
Tim was like, if Chris was a surgeon, he'd have a 300% mortality rate.
That was not it.
Not for all of his surgeries. He'd be pretty good at most of them, but at least one of them.
One of them turned to a 400%.
Tim was like, Chris could beat that record.
So, yeah.
That is funny, though.
Thank you.
The best part is like his shirt or jacket or whatever got cut, and he's like, "This is it for me. I'm out." He's out.
He was
Can't handle
looking
this
for an
fabric.
excuse. He was looking for a reason.
He was just ready to go. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
All right. This next one is a super incredibly short one, and this actually might be our shortest main segment ever, unless Harley would like to provide another game for us. PepsiCo Army. So the vice president of PepsiCo attended an American exhibition, quote unquote, in Moscow in 1959 as part of an effort to convince the Soviet Union of the benefits of capitalism. Boo. Apparently, Pepsi was a big hit, but there was a problem. The Soviet money wasn't generally accepted worldwide. So the USSR bought billions of dollars worth of Pepsi by trading submarines, military ships, and a lot of vodka for the soda.
To Pepsi?
To Pepsi. So, for a brief time in 1959, PepsiCo had the 6th largest military in the world until it sold all the ships and submarines for scrap, recycling everything. But for a moment,
They kept at least one.
oh,
Y'all
that
saw
jet!
that documentary?
That's
Pepsi
right.
Was My Jet?
Yes, you're right.
That's probably where they got it from. They're like,
Probably did.
we still have a jet?
What do we do with this thing?
Just give it away. I don't know. Hey, fun fact, while we're talking about military size, you know the United States has the largest air force in the world?
Yes.
Did you know that the second largest air force
Is the U.S.
United
Navy?
States Navy?
Yes. Oh, man. We suck. Okay. All right, one last story. This one is called The Astronomer, and I don't know how to pronounce this, so y'all can correct me if you want. Tycho Brahe's pet?
Yeah.
Tycho?
I reckon.
All right, so in the realms of ancient history, the enigmatic quirks of the historical figures never cease to amaze. Among these, Tycho Brahe,
I would say bra.
the esteemed
Brah.
Bra.
the 16th century astronomer, stands out not only for his groundbreaking contributions to astronomy, but also for his rather unconventional choice of pet, a moose.
Where is this located?
Hold on, I'm deliberately choosing not to say another word to not give the rest of the story away. But where in this? I think England. I'm going to
Near
get
an
to it.
ocean.
They have
No, that can't be right. Yeah, they don't have moose in England.
I don't know about England, but
nieces.
near an ocean for sure.
Yeah.
Because
A
did you
moose.
know that orca whales are moose's natural predators?
Yes, I did know that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, those things will pop
They
out
are
of the
called
water. And
killer whales for a reason.
absolutely, those things are massive and they are
mooses-
killers.
Moose? Meese? Mooses?
I think it's moose.
Moose eye.
Mice.
Moosapode. Anyway, the plural form of moose
Moosamede.
will eat grass that grows like on seabeds and things. They can dive like up to like 30 feet, I think.
Yeah.
What the freak?
Yeah, they can swim.
They
Mhm.
It's
they
cute.
like to swim. They enjoy it, and they love the seagrass at the bottom of the bed, and that also happens to be within orca whales' hunting grounds.
Yeah.
So moose will oftentimes be murdered and eaten by killer whales.
Yep.
Shamu hates Rocky.
The more we
Or,
learn
no,
about
Bullwinkle.
killer whales, the more I hate SeaWorld.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt. Okay, so in the grand tapestry of historical oddities, Tycho's preference for a pet transcended the ordinary. Instead of a loyal dog or a graceful cat, he opted to share his life with a altogether different creature, a moose. His moose, though, not a typical pet by any measure, displayed by an uncanny attachment to its owner like a domesticated dog. It would faithfully trail him around his expansive estate, a truly remarkable sight for those fortunate enough to witness it. This is where I really like this story. His eccentrics did not end with his choice of companion. He found a rather unorthodox way to entertain his guest. He would host extravagant soirees, and the piece de resistance was none other than his moose. What set his moose apart from the other pets was its extraordinary fondness for alcohol. It would enthusiastically partake in beer, not with a timid sip, but with hearty gulps. The spectacle of a moose indulging in alcohol brought mirth and astonishment to his guest. They watched in amusement as the inebriated moose stumbled about the castle, colliding with furniture and walls. So, alas, the peculiar entertainment involving his inebriated moose culminated in a tragic event. After drinking a very large amount of beer, the moose decided to explore a new frontier, the castle stairs.
Oh no.
In its inebriated state, the moose's balance faltered. As it attempted to ascend the stairs, it lost its footing, leading to a horrible tumble. Regrettably, the majestic creature succumbed to his injuries. Beyond his eccentrics, it is important to note that Tycho was a luminary in the field of astronomy. His meticulous observations of the night sky laid the foundation for later advancements. But yeah. He had a drunken moose.
What was the moose's name?
I hate that man. Fuck Tycho. Me and my homies hate him. For real.
Gang gang.
I don't see the name, actually.
If I ever see him or any of his descendants, it's on site.
Okay, my real
That's
question
animal abuse.
is how did they deal with the body?
I
Because
mean,
I don't know if you've seen how big a moose is.
They're fucking
they're
huge.
huge. Yeah.
They're huge.
They're freaks of nature for sure.
Yeah.
That's a descendant of a mammoth, if I've ever seen
I tell you
one.
what.
They're not freaks of nature. They are nature.
They are freaky nature.
Animals enjoying beer is more common than you'd think. That's what they give, like Wagyu, Kobe beef.
Yeah, but
Am
not
I
enough
supposed to be
get
okay
'em-
with it?
Not
I'm
enough to
not-
get them drunk and walk
No.
up the stairs and then die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that bear that we talked about a while back,
That was a fun one.
he liked beer. That was cool.
So, yeah.
I've seen a lot of people give their dogs beer. And I'm like, this is unsettling.
I'm Hispanic. I've seen a lot of people give their children beer. Also unsettling.
Yeah. Guys, that's, I think, a record for me. 20 minutes, 4 stories. That's all I got.
It's pretty good.
Solid.
Things you probably didn't know.
So the game that I have, we've played it a little bit before, but it's my History Channel trivia.
Love it.
And it's basically just there's 6 different topics: sports and rec, arts and culture, science and tech, people and events, geography and landmarks, and then 80s and 90s.
Didn't we suck
Which
at art
one of
last
those
time?
topics has?
I think we
Alien.
sucked at sports and rec.
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Whatever,
But
let's do
on
it.
each of the cards, there is a letter A through F, and we will pick one of the letters, and that will be the question that is asked. So, people and events. What was famed magician and escape artist Harry Houdini's birth name?
Oh,
God bless America.
I don't know this one.
I did know
I
this one,
read
actually.
I read a book on him
Yeah.
a few times when I was a kid.
I watched the
Like, maybe,
documentary,
like,
and I can't remember
and
his
I'm-
name.
Tom Riddle.
Thinking, what?
Shut your whore mouth.
It's lost to the.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it.
Michael.
It's like German.
Oh.
I don't know. Kurt
Heimlich.
Heimlich.
Hans.
Maneuver.
Hans Heimlich. Hans
His
Hudemeister.
initials
Hans of the
Are
7 Isles.
E.W.
Eric?
Eric
Weiner.
Weidelstrauss.
Weiner.
His first name is Eric, but it's Ehrich.
Yeah.
So very German. And his last name is Weiss.
Oh. Yeah.
Weiss.
I feel like I was the closest.
Was pretty good.
I said Eric Weidelstrauss. I feel like I was the closest.
Weidelstrauss.
So close, buddy.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
As of 2022, how many total members have been in the group Destiny's Child?
Oh, God.
5.
I have no idea. 6.
3.
4.
The answer is 6.
Oh.
1 point for Tim.
Justin, roll dice.
Tim wasn't keeping score until until he got the first one right.
I'm going to keep that point. Save that for later.
6.
Oh, I can't get all the cards in there. Okay. You said 6?
Yeah.
80s and 90s.
It's important to me that you guys know that if I had the power to time travel, I would use it to cheat at games like this.
I forgot about Latoya
So you could
and
go back in
Latavia.
time?
Like
Sorry, I had
4
to go look up
seconds and
Destiny's
just be
Child.
like, oh, the answer was 6. The
They
answer
were
was
barely
Eric
in
Weiss.
Destiny's Child. They were there for
I
like
thought
2
you would
seconds.
like go back in time to like the historical event
Nope.
and be like, "What's your name, Harry?"
I can't listen. I can't go back that far because I'd be scared I would change the timeline. But like
Oh,
4
that's true.
seconds, I could go back 4 seconds to get a trivia question right for sure.
Which 1990s boy band consisted of members AJ, Howie, Nick, Kevin, and Brian?
I swear to God,
Just say it. I don't know.
Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
If you're about to get that question wrong, Tim,
I didn't know it. I wasn't going to say it because I didn't know it. I
The
knew,
moment she said AJ, I was like, it was Backstreet Boys.
I knew it was one of
Yeah.
the two.
Tell me why.
ain't nothing but a
The two.
heartache.
There was also 98 Degrees.
Ain't
And if you
nothing
were-
but a
Remember the show Making the
mistake.
Band?
Tell
Motown.
me why.
I never wanna
I was-
hear you say.
Was not allowed to. Look,
I
my boy
want
band
it
was
that
+1.
way.
Newsboys.
Or Newsboys.
PC Talk +1.
You know, I sang with the
Plus
Newsboys.
1. I remember plus 1.
How many senses do sharks have?
Senses?
Senses.
17.
I'm going to go with 8.
6.
Teen.
No, 7.
9.
7.
The answer is 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris actually just time traveled.
You said 7?
I wish I could time travel. No, I said 7, but I counted. Because they have all 5 that we do, as well as electrical impulse.
Yeah, I knew electrical had to be in there.
And I think it's like it's like a weird distance.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like birds, they just kind of know.
Yeah, like a homing
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
that makes sense.
We have
I watched Shark Week.
topics 1 and 4 left.
Okay, let's do it.
What U.S. state's license plate has featured the motto "Live free or die"?
Massachusetts. No,
Oh,
Virginia.
yeah, damn it. Virginia. Or, no, Maryland. Maryland. It's either Virginia, Maryland, or Las Vegas.
Las
Or
Vegas
Nevada.
is a state. But I would guess Nevada as well.
I'm going to go Maryland, though. You said state, right?
Yeah.
Maryland.
Yeah, well, states are the
Justin?
only ones that have plates.
Watch it be a Dakota.
There's also the District of Columbia.
Justin, did you pick an answer?
I
no.
did
West
not.
Virginia.
Okay.
I was trying to remember it, but
Or Wyoming.
I don't know.
Are we ready for the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
It is New Hampshire.
God
New
damn it.
Hampshire? What the hell?
Not a
My
real
first
place.
guess was the closest one. I said
Not a real
Massachusetts.
place. Next.
Did they give
That
you a
one
reason
doesn't
why?
That one doesn't count.
No.
Now I gotta know.
Nobody knows why states pick the shit they do.
It's not a
Pick a
real.
letter.
You
A
just
through
showed
F.
me a 10-minute video on the
F.
flag
F.
of
F.
Iowa.
What does the acronym SCUBA stand for?
Self-contained
Contained
underwater
underwater
breathing
breathing.
apparatus.
Damn it.
This guy's a freak.
I know a little bit about a lot of things. Don't ask me how it
You
works,
know a lot of
but I know it.
ocean things.
Yeah, because you have to know your enemy, Harley.
Oh, that's true.
Live free or die hard.
Good point. Good point.
Is the official motto of
Write
New
that down.
Hampshire.
Write that down.
It was written by General John Stark in 1809 and adopted in 1945.
But why? Why?
Why?
Wow.
Why?
I love that video. Why?
All right. Last one.
Okay, so that is all of them.
Oh, that was it. All right, Chris,
Yep.
you won somehow again.
What? 2 points, Chris. 1 point, Tim. No points, anybody else.
Jesus. All right, guys.
1,000,000 bajillion points, Harley.
I'm
Agreed.
100%
Harley
positive
wins.
Harley
won.
wins.
That's why she doesn't play. She already knows all this stuff.
All right, y'all.
I'm just like going through them like flashcards every night.
I believe it. Okay. All right, guys.
New Hampshire.
When we come back, we will wrap up this episode with some fan questions and a co-host question. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. We are back. Welcome, everyone. Today, we have some good old fan questions that we're going to end this episode with. And today we actually only have one fan question, but it's a segment fan question. So I guess there's two people that are technically fans. Yeah, they listen to it occasionally. So we're gonna start off with a co-host. One of us asked this question.
Which one?
That's the first question.
It's
Y'all
important.
need to.
It's important to me to know which one.
Y'all need to. This is the two questions. One, who asked this question, and number two, they asked, which character do you relate to the most in the movie Holes?
It was Janelle.
No question about it. It was Janelle. Harley, have you seen the movie Holes?
Chris has
Yes.
an unfair advantage, and you're a dick for ruining it.
Sorry.
Wait. I'm sorry. Why is that an unfair advantage? I think we all
He
would agree.
saw me watching Holes with Ellie earlier today.
But that sounds like a
today.
Janelle question.
It was yesterday.
It does sound like a Janelle question.
I,
know what?
Yeah, I could have just shut up and they
You know
all
what?
still would have guessed you.
Your mama, dog.
All right, Gomer.
Gart.
Fun fact, I have not seen Holes since.
Oh, let's see.
Since. Okay,
Okay,
you said
yeah.
since, so you have seen it.
I remember like 2 seconds of the movie, so does it really count?
Listen, I haven't watched Holes since the very early 2000s, and I can still say, 2 boots, 2 tokens in hand. I got no respect because I'm the caveman. I got my shovel, shoes full of sand. Check out the hole, my name is Caveman.
The new man,
Digging
not
up,
caveman.
oh, digging those holes. Digging up, oh. Digging up those holes, digging those holes, digging up.
I think the correct answer to this is we all would relate to the young Warden Walker when she says, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn
You
bad.
especially.
You just keep digging. Well, excuse me. Yeah, for sure. No, honestly, 0. The only mixed kid in that movie.
That's a good point. Yeah. I don't think I'm
I
allowed.
don't
Also,
know if
I'm
I've
not
seen
sure
this
I know
whole
how to
movie.
read. I think I just memorized a lot of words.
Feel that. I mean, yelling at
I don't know. I don't know if I have a character I relate to, but I have a character I resonate with. and
Kissing
it's
Kate
the
Barlow?
Murdering, kissing lady.
Yep.
I just
Same.
realized she's in Severance.
Killing as many white people as possible after they.
She's also Jenny.
She
isn't
also
she?
plays Dee Dee Blanchard.
What are we talking about?
None of
And-
these names mean
Anyways.
anything to me beside her. Kissing Kate Barlow.
Interesting. Yeah. All right.
One of my favorite things is watching Cleo Thomas, the kid that played Zero, listen to other people's conspiracy theories
Yeah.
and like realizations of that movie. He's like, no, what? Like he's realizing things about his character that he didn't know.
He's a fun guy. He joins a lot of different like nerdy comic book podcasts and everything.
Yeah.
And just like joins random conventions and whatnot.
Honestly,
He's a
if
fun
I
guy.
was in a movie, I would.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not currently acting. What else do I have to do? I can afford to fly to Orlando for Comic-Con. Why not? Like,
Why not?
I'd do it.
Same.
Also, I definitely thought that actor was the one who plays Jenny, but that's a different white blonde woman. So my apologies.
They all look the same.
No apology necessary from you, Harley. Shane asked, "What is our favorite Olympic sport to watch? Summer
Water polo.
or winter?
What's the one where they have to like
Curling.
send the little thing?
Curling.
Yeah,
Curling.
is that what it
It's
is? And
curling,
they like
yeah.
That's
We
my
all-
favorite
it's
one.
everybody's favorite.
It's so good.
Nobody's favorite sport, but everybody's favorite sport to watch during the Olympics.
Exactly.
My coworker's husband does curling.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's
I
just
expect when we go up there to
bigger
be like
shuffleboard.
an established team to meet in Milwaukee. I expect you to take us there.
Even up here, it's like we were like, wait, what?
Here's
Like,
the thing.
With the brooms?
Curling worldwide, they have professionals. Like, all their athletes look super fit. They've been training. They know what they're doing. In the U.S., our team is always like 4 guys with dad bods.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't preparing for this. Somebody was just like, who won the last curling tournament in the U.S.?
No,
Those guys, bring them.
They just so happen to be in town, just like these 4 guys, like just walking on the street, just
The U.S. was like, does anybody know how to do curling? Some guy in the background was like,
kind of.
me? Kind of.
I watched the last one.
It looks fun. I'll try it. And then
yeah,
we
that
win.
one is like top tier.
It's-
I think I remember literally watching it at Tim's house for the first time,
that makes sense.
and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
And why do I love it so
And
much?
yeah, and he was like, "It is curling," and I was like, "Enlighten me,"
Oh,
and that's
love
it. Because that's a winter one, right?
Yeah.
Honestly,
so
my
great.
my favorite sport to watch is the winter snowboarding freestyle.
That is dope. Those
just,
are fun.
Just because it's super cool.
Yeah.
But curling, like, I never miss curling.
You never miss
if
that
I miss snowboarding, I'm like, oh man, I missed it. But if I miss curling, I'm like, I gotta watch the YouTube clips.
one. I did. I of course I loved watching in the summer just swimming, any kind of swimming ones. I always really enjoyed because Katie Ledecky was amazing, and of course Michael Phelps when he was doing his thing. But yeah, but curling, man, it's a special place.
If we're being honest, I really enjoy whatever is the like number one sport that everyone else is watching during the Olympics. So the last Olympics, it was the breakdancing competition. Specifically Australia.
No, what about the pistol guy? That was fun. What was he was from Turkey? Eh?
Turkey, yeah. I didn't watch it, but just all the memes that came from that
Yeah.
one, I also really enjoyed. Because like everybody
watch
else
it,
had like their
part of it.
scopes
Yeah.
and their glasses and their like specified pistols, and he looked like he just rolled out of bed and was like, "Oh, today's the day. All right, dope. Bah! Cool. Send me my trophy. I got shit to do."
I don't have a favorite
like-
Olympic sport, but have you ever heard of the fry cook games? Because I think my favorite sport on that one was definitely the chocolate dive. That was really fun to watch.
SpongeBob, right? Am I catching
Yeah.
this reference? Yes.
I actually had a so
Oh.
so
I was like, wait, what?
Um,
I also like I think they call it something differently now, the synchronized swimming.
Oh,
That's pretty baller. That takes skill.
I
yeah.
think
I
that's
don't
probably the
care.
hardest thing to do.
Yes.
I don't care to watch it.
that
though.
and water polo, man. Like those, like doing anything in the water for long periods of time like that.
Water polo, like
Yeah.
that was my first thing, and I remember that from like 7th grade watching the Olympics back then.
intense.
So yeah,
Justin, what were you gonna say?
skateboarding. actually.
Yeah, it's new. I love
'Cause-
it.
That one's really good.
Nah, because these kids.
As he puts on his glasses.
No, but like,
Back in my day.
no, but I'm
When I was a
moment.
whippersnapper.
I mean, skateboarding as a whole has just evolved so much. I remember I was at my grandma's house watching Tony Stark.
Tony Hawk.
What the hell?
Love it.
Excuse me? What the
Watching
hell just
Tony
happened?
Hawk.
Honestly, he
Tried
would,
it.
Robert Downey Jr.
he would love that. Tony Hawk
Watching,
would
like,
love
Tony-
that.
Yeah, watching Tony Hawk like pull off the 900, like, you know.
Mm.
And then now it's just like got kids pulling off back-to-back 900s. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But the girl who won the gold medal, skateboarding gold medal in 2020
She's from Japan, right?
Tokyo Olympics, she was 13.
Yeah, it's wild.
Which is insane.
And it's like it's just cool. It's just inspiring. It's like, especially with just like how much like crazy shit is going on in the
I
world.
remember,
Just that
like,
kids
when
like,
the
they're doing fun shit. They're doing cool shit.
Yeah.
Another fun fact. One of the places I used to work, we had a few Olympians that would come to camp and they would show all the exercises that they did for their particular sport. And one of my favorites, she was a rower for South Africa, and we just got to watch all of the different workouts that she did. And it's just surprising. No, it's surprising to see like the kind of workouts that they do to get ready for stuff. Like
I would imagine so.
pull-ups are a big one for rowing.
I can imagine that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to help with arm strength
Yeah.
and stamina. Yeah.
But pull-ups were like the main thing, and she would teach like proper form and how like if you break your hand open the first day, that you don't want to keep going because you're gonna make it worse, and then it stunts your progress. So like the importance of taking
The
care
rowing
of that.
machine is actually one of my favorite things at the gym
Yeah.
when we go.
All right. Good answers, everyone. Last question. This is a good old Reddit question, something to appease my best friend over here. You are given the choice of choosing these free items. Actually, I thought of Nell, too. These free items for your pantry for the rest of your life. What would you choose in each category? You can choose one beverage, a fresh fruit, one vegetable, a snack, and a prepared dessert. One from each, free for life. What are you choosing?
Question: is that prepared or pre-packaged? Because that
Like, is it made fresh for you every time, or is
Sure,
it-
let's assume it magically is fresh.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot the criteria.
Okay, so for a beverage, I'm gonna go with back in 2015, September of 2015, I had a chai spice Russian Imperial Stout made by Stone Brewing, and it was the best beer I've had in my life, and I've been chasing that dragon ever since. So as far as a beverage, it'll be that.
I was gonna say a high quality scotch.
But this is better than any scotch I've had. Like, it's genuinely life changing, and they never made it again, and my life is ruined.
Well, take us to find the closest thing you found so far. But I'm gonna say a high quality scotch,
But
like
fresh
Pappy
fruit?
Van Winkle specifically. Not, and I know that's not scotch. I changed my mind.
Jesus Christ.
It's a whiskey. It's a bourbon, but Pappy Van Winkle, I think, would be
Pappy,
my number one beverage.
But as far as the fruit, green apples
Ooh,
in
good one.
particular, one vegetable.
That's I know it's
Vegetables
good.
are
and I'd like to
trash.
Try it.
Vegetables are Wait, you say vegetables are trash?
You need to eat vegetables.
Justin, eat some veggies,
Justin.
man.
You need fiber.
I need your
Any-
butt to
Well,
be
hey,
okay.
both of you,
Try
stop
some
scolding
fiber.
him because I am the only reason both of you eat vegetables.
Whoa, first
your
off,
butts will
how
think-
dare you?
Secondly, that's not
Stop
true.
it.
I love spinach.
Stop.
I love
Stop it.
broccoli.
You're the only reason I eat a variance of vegetables. If it weren't for you, it would just be carrots.
You just put a
and
Z in
spinach.
vegetables.
It would just be carrots and spinach.
Anyways,
The occasional
anyways,
cucumber.
corn. Corn's a vegetable. Corn's delicious.
Nope. Corn does not
Are
count.
potatoes a vegetable? Hold on.
yes.
Yes.
No.
Okay, see, there we go.
They
Potato.
are technically, but vegetables aren't real, so I don't count.
Don't
This is
piss
true.
me
Vegetables
off.
I
aren't
thought they
real.
were a root.
Vegetables are just plants you can eat.
Oh, slay.
A snack. A
It's like,
snack.
you can
I'm
take
gonna have to
any
go
vegetable
with,
and turn it into anything else.
for a snack, I'm gonna have to go with these here. EL
Ooh.
Fudge,
I just see fudge.
double stuffed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Keebler Elf thing.
And then for a dessert, we're gonna go with another cookie. And we're just gonna go with some Oreos. Double stuffed.
Double stuffed Oreos.
But can I alternate
are a
between
solid
regular
answer.
Oreos and lemon Oreos?
If you just say Oreos, you can pick whatever flavor you want.
Perfect. Love it.
I'm gonna say for dessert Oreos. For vegetables, what's the most expensive vegetable?
Chris,
What's a rare
just
exotic?
pick your favorite, man. Just get it over with.
But if I pick my favorite, like if I can afford my favorite and then I also like an expensive one, I'm gonna get the
Jesus
expensive
You're
one for free.
ridiculous.
Y'all don't know how to answer these questions, man. Like if somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to give you any car you want for free, and you can do whatever you want with that car." If your favorite car is a Kia, get a Lamborghini. You can sell the Lamborghini and buy 4 Kias.
That doesn't even fit into the scenario, Chris.
I'm
just
just saying,
pick a
that's what I'm
fucking
saying,
vegetable,
like,
man.
vegetables-wise.
Just pick a vegetable.
Are you selling vegetables out your pantry? What's going on here?
What the hell are we talking about?
All right, fine. Fuck it. Free spinach. I like
you.
spinach. I like spinach.
All right, Popeye. What's the next one?
My snack, cheese balls.
That's a good one.
I love cheese balls.
That's a good one. Janelle's eye roll. It's so hard.
My fruit, I would probably say dragon fruit. It's pretty dope.
That's a good one.
Pantry item, free. Are rice or beans more expensive?
That's not an option.
That's a pantry item.
No,
Is it not?
No.
it's not on there. It's not an option.
Oh, pantry item is not. The question
For your
is for your
pantry.
pantry.
For your pantry. And not.
Okay. Fine. Fuck it.
A dessert is the last thing. you need.
Dessert.
Prepackaged. Oh, shoot. That limits my. What was I
oh.
going to say?
It just says pre-packed.
Here we go. Here we go.
Doesn't say packaged.
Gluten-free semitas.
Mm-hmm.
If I could have a semita that would not roll my stomach every time I
Okay.
ate it,
For context.
I would kill a human being.
So anybody that's lived in Texas, you know the pastries that are
right,
brightly
sorry,
colored. Yeah.
I'm
Hold on.
Honduran, sorry.
I'm clarifying. So the bright seashell shaped pastries at like HEB,
They're called conchas.
conchas.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, in Honduras they're called semitas.
It looks like a hamburger bun
Like a-
before it's cut.
It's seashell
And then on
shaped.
top, there's like white, yellow, pink, or brown
It's shaped like a seashell. That's why it's
powdered
called a concha.
sugar, basically.
No, it's lard.
It
and
looks
anyways,
like powdered sugar.
it's a sweet bread
You
that's
would
made
know
with
it-
lard.
You would know it if you saw it.
Mm.
In Mexico, semitas are just like semi-sweet bread, but in Honduras, semitas are conchas. It's localized Spanish.
Harley, did you say yours?
The beverage that I would choose is homemade chai.
Ooh,
I'll make you some next time you're here.
that's a good one.
I love chai
Listen.
with all of my heart and soul. And if I could pick specifically, it would be a dirty chai. But I think I will settle with regular chai because I can just make it.
That's
Have
what I was going to
espresso.
suggest. Janelle makes an amazing chai, like from scratch.
I'm a big fan.
Next time you come, make sure you ask her for one.
Slay.
I'll make it for you.
I think the fruit I would pick is strawberries because they're baller and you can cover them in anything. And I just love a good strawberry.
Good one.
Solid.
Vegetable. I think I would pick onions so I don't have to buy them.
Okay.
What?
I wouldn't.
That
You
makes
mean-
I don't want
that
to
makes
cut.
sense. If you use onions in a lot of things that you cook,
Yeah. I think every meal I've ever made has been like one large onion, which is very misleading because
Mhm.
Can you specify if you want a white onion or a yellow
Also,
onion? But I
large
guess
is
that's
relative.
really up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also,
So,
if you're
that's always
getting it for
frustrating.
free, does that also include like onion powder and like diced
No.
onions and things, or is it like specifically just a plain onion?
Just a plain onion, I reckon.
A good old onion.
Well, if you eat a sweet
I
onion,
don't think I can make exclusions additions.
that one ties back to holes.
Oh yeah. That was an onion?
Sweet onions, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was a radish.
Because it was shaped like a radish, but it was definitely a sweet onion.
You know, because
Slay.
they said it was an onion.
Sweet onions
In
and
the movie.
peaches.
I don't remember the last time I watched the movie. I think it was in middle school.
I think we should all do a live reaction to that movie.
Not a bad idea. Put it on Patreon.
There you go.
What app? No, what app is it that you can do like group watches of movies?
You could just watch it and text each other.
I think
there's an app specifically that does like.
I know what you're talking about.
It was like they released it
Hold
during
on.
COVID, so that friend groups could do.
Marco Polo.
It's not Marco Polo. Fuck that app. I know Tim loves it. Fuck that app.
The drama. Harley never got to her dessert, did she?
No, she did not. Go ahead. Dessert, Harley.
Oh, it's a snack. I would choose. Oof. I'm not much of a snack person.
Jeez.
I'm lactose intolerant,
Jeez.
so that's hard. Cheese is good,
Lactose-free
but I don't-
cheese.
I've never met a lactose
I don't
intolerant person that doesn't eat cheese.
Yeah, but I don't snack on cheese. I just put cheese in things.
When people say they're lactose intolerant, I don't view that as like an allergy. I view it as a threat.
It is, yeah, I agree. And a dessert would be pecan pie.
Ooh. Okay. Very nice.
I'm not a huge fan of pecan pie. It's not my favorite, but I've never had a bad pecan pie.
Janelle, you haven't done yours, have you?
No.
She has not.
Okay, so I was going to say blueberry kombucha would be my beverage.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love blueberry kombucha, but then I thought alcohol, and then I was like, for life, Pappy
Jam.
Van Winkle.
Same. No, I'm already doing Pepe Van Winkle. So what are you doing?
It doesn't matter.
Like if we're both given the opportunity, what
Well,
would you do?
I wasn't thinking about what you chose. I was thinking like me individually.
For all
Like,
the shit you give me
oh.
about rankings and games and stuff, dude, you gamify these questions
Okay.
so hard.
We live together.
For
so
your
if I
benefit.
already have Pappy Van Winkle, what would
You've
she
never
pick?
even had Pappy Van Winkle. Anyways, if we're together, then I would say Waterloo Gin, but Pappy
There you
Van
go.
Winkle in general. Fresh fruit, pomegranates.
Ooh,
I
that's a good
love
one.
Pomegranates. I love pomegranate juice, pomegranate flavored things. Love, love, love,
Ooh,
love.
I'm gonna change mine.
Vegetable. I've been really fighting this. Because I love certain seasonal vegetables, but I don't necessarily want to eat them all the time. I love fairy tale eggplants, and they can be pretty pricey
Yeah, she does.
depending on where the fuck. They're actually like the tiniest eggplants, so that's really funny that you say
yeah,
that.
they are. Wait.
I hate it here.
Yeah, me too.
I've heard they're pretty
I'm struggling
pretty
with
jumbo.
the vegetable.
Some might even
Fairy
say
tale.
too much
Shut
eggplant.
up.
Stop interrupting her.
Chris.
Fairy tale eggplants, Korean sweet potatoes, or just really a variety of colors of. I'm gonna say multicolored bell peppers,
Ooh.
cause yeah,
I love a bell pepper.
but you can get like purple bell peppers, and there are a lot of benefits to eating a variety of colors of vegetables. And bell peppers have a lot more than just the red, green, and also the red, green, and orange. That's just the ripeness that they get to.
What about Japanese sweet potatoes?
I said Korean sweet
You said
potatoes.
Yeah,
I like
but,
Koreans. I prefer Korean sweet
okay.
potatoes to Japanese.
Okay.
Anyways. But yeah, multicolored bell peppers. And then, let's see, a snack, cheese. Because it's like Oreo. I could say whatever kind of cheese I want.
Cheese, solid.
Cheese.
Answer.
A dessert that's already made. I love a fruity dessert. So like probably a berry shortcake with shaved dark chocolate and whipped cream.
That's good.
That sounds baller.
Am I last?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a good old. Just give me Buffalo Trace. It's just solid. I mean, any bourbon will do, but Buffalo is solid. I could live with that for the rest of my life. Fruit, I'm gonna go with grapefruit.
Ooh,
I like that.
we have grapefruit for you
Ooh,
on the counter.
yes,
So.
I do want some.
And I have- I also-
Such an old person answer.
I made sauerkraut. Your jar is in the fridge.
Yes. Okay. Next, broccoli from a vegetable, because I like them raw, but I also like them, baked or whatever else.
Charred.
Charred.
Steamed.
Yep, I'll take them all.
Covered in cheese.
Yeah, honestly. For my next one, I wrote 2, so I'll take either or. But everyone said cheese, but I also will do olives for snacks.
Ooh, that's a good one. But there's so many
Olives are
expensive
fine.
cheeses.
Which kind?
I know
Yeah.
it's a hard choice.
All olives are like.
Most. There's a few that I don't care for, but most.
Mm.
And then for my dessert, tiramisu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say flan.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
have
good
it
one.
enough,
I
but
like
it's
Flan was
so
up there
good.
for me.
I
yeah.
like flan or like a lemon curd, like a lemon tart.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah, I do love lemon
And
desserts.
You could just say
I'm
ice
not a
cream
big
too.
fan. Not a big fan.
Any kind you want. Chris got me this ice cream the other day. It's dark cherries, like sweet cherries, the fresh kind, and candied pistachios.
Whoa.
Delicious.
Nice. Any final thoughts, everyone?
I'm hungry.
Same.
I ate my whole dinner during this episode.
We could say all this food talk.
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I don't have any final thoughts.
It's just a random episode.
I learned a lot that I didn't know,
Good.
Good.
and I was like, "What the freak?"
I'm really excited, for whenever I do become a history teacher. My end goal is to become a professor in collegiate
I'm
level.
going to tell all of your students about your podcast.
Oh God, no.
Oh my
1000%.
God, yeah.
1000%.
You have a digital footprint.
I'm gonna be
Tim.
passing out flyers.
A pretty heavy one too
outside
at
the
that.
I'm just gonna sit in your class and as they walk in, I'm just gonna hand it to them like I'm the teacher's aide. Check out this podcast. It's the professor. Check out the professor's podcast. Check out the professor's podcast. Every time.
But having these random fun stories and moments in history that just fun little little nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. All right, guys.
It's almost too expansive.
Say again.
It's almost too expansive.
Indeed.
There's too
What's
much
your
to know.
favorite historical fact? Real quick.
Oh God, I don't have just one.
My favorite historical fact is that ancient Egyptian history was a profession during the time that we consider ancient Egyptian history.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
sure,
how
yeah.
Cleopatra lived closer to now than she did when the pyramids were built.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's one of my favorite
Freaking
historical
crazy.
facts.
Yeah, people
Crazy.
don't Bronze Age basically versus what we
Mhm.
understand as when Jesus lived is about
Yeah.
2,000 years apart.
Yeah,
Cleopatra 7,
I like that.
but most of the Cleopatras.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of tiny little phenomenons and things if this wouldn't have happened, then this would have happened in history that I like, but I don't think there's one particular one. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you all again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and leave a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and pretty much anything else at Always More Pod. Chris, where can we find you?
I am on Instagram as Captain_CT Ford and TikTok as Christopher.Lionheart.
Harley?
I am on Instagram at WhatHarley, WUT Harley, and on TikTok at HarleyBean.co.
Justin?
I am just about everywhere as Justin is Theory.
And Janelle?
I'm on Instagram and TikTok at the Kitchen Witch.
And you can find me on pretty much everything at Timothy Lichty. Thank you all again for listening, for being part of the conversation. And remember, there's always more than this. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?